So there's been some discussion this week about who won't be at tomorrow night's game. The stadium is not sold out yet. Some tickets going for a little over $30. And the forecast that Maria just mentioned is a big factor in that. But we know the most faithful fans wouldn't miss this game for the world. And right there is one of them, one of the most famous faces in the stands, John Lang, better known as Bills Elvis. He travels all over to see the team. This is a picture that we took at the AFC Championship game in Kansas City last year. And John joins us live right now. Ain't no cold going to keep him away from tomorrow's playoff game. John, I know that. I want to ask you about the cold and how fans are kind of processing all of this. But first, let's talk about what happened last weekend. We covered this earlier in the week. You came back to your tailgate spot after the Jets game. Thousands of dollars in equipment have been stolen. It really is awful. But I know that there was an incredible response from fellow fans. So let's focus in on that. Tell us about the support.
Yeah, we ran the full gamut of emotions last week. We come out of the stadium. We're so excited. The Bills had won. We had a group from Wyoming with us. We're high-fiving. We get back to our car, and then everything out of our one truck was gone. So we were devastated, sad, angry. And all of a sudden, one of our friends' wives put together a GoFundMe, and it just went crazy. So it came to the emotions of the Bills Mafia overwhelming us. And our GoFundMe, it went crazy. It went over 3,000 like immediately. So then we had to figure out what are we going to do with the leftover money. And we decided we were going to put it in the Patricia Allen Fund. And last I looked, we had over 8,000, and we figure we can donate at least 5,000 into the Patricia Allen Fund, which is phenomenal.
Yeah, it really is awesome, and really no surprise to anyone. We've seen how Bills Mafia comes through in a situation like this. I know that you're going to be in the stands tomorrow night. I'm really just curious, as someone, I mean, you've been through this before, right? You've been to cold games. It is going to be bitter cold tomorrow night, but I'm kind of just curious, what is your plan? How are you personally going to stay warm tomorrow night?
Yeah, we'll be tailgating for a while, and the proper lubricants go into that, of course, but you try not to overdo that. And I've got a bunch of layers. I start with like Under Armour type stuff, and I love the hand warmers and the feet warmers, and as long as I can keep my hands and feet warm, I'm usually pretty good. So I think, I'll be a little chilled, sure, but I'll be fine. Yeah, I'll be fine.
Yeah, the experts always tell us when you're moving around a little bit too, that definitely helps. And I know that you're one of those guys down there in the front row or near it where you're always moving around, so that definitely helps. Let me ask you about the Patriots, right? We're going to be playing them third time in like 40 days or something like that. We don't want to beat anyone more than we want to beat the Patriots. And to be doing this now in the playoffs, how special of a game does that make it tomorrow?
Yeah, this is what you live for from August and training camp and everything. You live to beat these teams, and especially the Patriots. I mean, it's a huge rivalry, and the fan base is ready. I know that. I've got my Elvis glasses all ready to go. The car's pretty well packed, and like I said, I know the Mafia is ready and can't wait. Can't wait for tomorrow.
Yeah, finally, John, I've got about 30 seconds left. There are tickets still available for people who are watching. I mean, this is a hard sell to some people, right? I mean, it's going to be a different level of cold. But what do you think the stands are going to be like tomorrow night, despite all the cold?
I think it'll be filled up at the end. I think people are waiting it out and trying to figure things out with everything, with the day. But I think it'll be pretty well filled up, and it's going to be loud. We'll be ready for them, that's for sure.
Definitely going to be loud. We are so looking forward to it. We've been chatting with John Lang, Bills Elvis himself. Thanks for coming on and telling us about the response that you got after what happened last weekend. And great to get your perspective as one of these Bills super fans. We've got a lot of you, and we're so fortunate. Go Bills.
Well, thanks, Michael. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining us for this special edition of the Town Hall. But do not go away. Next at 6, we have team coverage on the Bills. Scott and Mary Alice are back right after this.